In addition to rocking the internet, Blueface's remarks on Instagram Live completely destroyed it. It wasn't a voice message allegedly related to him, a blog spreading a myth, or an out-of-context video. Rather, Blueface remarked, "I used her." For fame, loud enough for everyone to hear while staring straight into the camera. Then, as if the emotional devastation he left behind was somehow humorous. As if Chrisean Rock's vulnerability, loyalty, and public disintegration were punchlines to a comedy that only he found funny. He laughed, not nervously, not in a joke. Gone bad, but cold-bloodedly. Twitter and TikTok were inundated with screenshots, and the shocked celebs started unfollowing comment sections. It was referred to as tone-deaf by some and psychological warfare by others. But one word kept cropping up again and again: callous. This is due to the fact that, let's not forget what came before this. Chrisean Rock did more than simply date Blueface, she lived through him. With breakups, viral arguments, diss tracks, pregnancy rumors, infidelity scandals, and emotional breakdowns all occurring under a microscope, their relationship developed like an endless emotional roller coaster. Even when she was at her lowest, Chrisean held on to the hope that the man who had broken her in front of millions of people may one day recognize her value. Mutter, "That's still my person." She defended him when no one else would. She fought for him, she wept for him, she carried his child, and now, just minutes before Blueface went live, she smirked while delivering this public humiliation. Then Blueface hit go live and ruined everything. Chrisean had shared a simple, sensitive picture of herself holding their child, devoid of any glamour or glitz, with the remark, "One day he'll know who really loved him." Not only was it cruel, but it was also surgical, a deliberate wiping out of all the love she had shown him, and the time was disastrously premeditated. The tale doesn't stop there though, as some astute viewers noticed something in the corner of his screen, a notification from another woman, while followers were still in disbelief. Just long enough to ignite the next internet conflagration, it flashed over his phone during the live message preview. In a matter of minutes, images surfaced. People started making connections, comparing handles, zooming in and searching through his likes and tagged photos. Reddit threads were started, Twitter detectives were called in, the receipts started to pile up, and she was discovered. Is she related to Blueface Knower based on her live performance? Did Chrisean have a breakdown because of her? No PR staff. And the world can get rid of a public opinion problem fast enough, and the internet is constantly searching for solutions. Chrisean, meanwhile, isn't remaining silent. Those close to her said that she was caught off guard by the live performance, was unsure of his next words, and broke down in tears upon seeing it. Legal action for defamation and possible breach of private agreements is already being investigated by her team. It has been reported that Chrisean has been recording everything, including voice messages, voice notes, payments, and location information. Chrisean isn't just upset this time. She's triggered, and the public opinion court has already rendered a decision. Baby emoticons and demands for Chrisean to become independent and tell her tale on her own terms are being hurled at Blueface's comment section by fans. His second career was established by her. One Grammy winner issued a direct but incisive tweet that read, "Even major celebrities are chiming in." Another said, "A real man doesn't burn." While Blueface dismisses it and keeps posting and laughing, the world is watching intently because what he did was not only hurtful but also culturally betraying the woman whose name helped him gain popularity. Each time his music failed to chart, she was the one who gave him warmth when no one else would. Since the fallout has only just begun, Chrisean's fans are now demanding that she go on her own press tour, that a Netflix documentary be made, and that she work with sites like Zeus or Revolt to tell her side of the story openly and honestly. They believe that if Blueface can use humor to rewrite the love story, Chrisean should be allowed to end the story. The most ridiculous aspect is that she reportedly already has the voice notes, hospital recordings, behind-the-scenes videos, and fights from poignant moments that were never meant to be made public. These might turn into the next big story to go viral. A woman who was mocked, memed, and misunderstood is now potentially on the approach of taking back her name and altering the path of history for all women who have ever loved someone who didn't deserve them. This isn't just a breakup. It's a reckoning, a public turning point. "Betrayal, Chrisean bro, I made her facts," Blue replied, and the comments went bananas. He yelled, "Wait, are you serious right now?" someone stop him, but he continued to move. He intensified. Just a crazed admirer with a gap, she was a nobody. Her ability to attract my attention was mostly what I viewed as potential. When he laughed, it worked and the audience was stunned. Didn't you all witness it? He called their fights content gold and even described her pregnancy as an APR twist that went too far. When one viewer asked, so none of it was real? Real for her, not for. "Me," said Blueface coldly. "She's gonna cry, but this baby is about to give us a bag." A burner Twitter account leaked a series of texts between Blueface and another woman, whom he had dated just 1 week prior to Chrisean giving birth. The other woman asked, "Are you sure she doesn't know?" The internet went cold when he responded, "No, she thinks I'm in love." Even his own fans turned against him, saying things like, "This is sociopathic. I can't support this anymore. This man is evil." Then Chrissy joined the livestream, and the comments were ablaze. Chrisean was smirking as he watched his reactions, saying, "Oh, she's here. Let her watch," before she added, "I was really dumb, huh?" Blueface simply stared at the screen before saying the line that will haunt this moment forever. The entire story hit a dead silence, not technically emotional, for 15 full seconds, and the live stream froze as if even the internet knew a line had just been crossed. Then came the unexpected twist. A ceasefire turned to smoke hours later. Her next message, which included a broken heart emoji, cut even deeper hope that it was worth it. Blueface appeared stunned, as if he finally realized he had gone too far. The internet was already calling it her redemption arc, but what Chrisean posted next turned the whole story upside down. After Blueface's vicious Instagram live, the leaked texts, and her heartfelt voice note, no one could have predicted what would happen next because, while Blueface was still high on his villain, the moment Chrisean pulled the legal trigger, now that the world knows and I'm done hiding, he's going to realize what my silence was protecting him from. Blueface just started a war he doesn't know how to win, and lawsuits may be coming. If he wanted war, he got one. She wrote on a manila envelope she was spotted clutching. She's after the baby, the bag, and what's left of Blueface's reputation. 2 hours later, TMZ published the headline, "Exclusive, Chrisean files for full custody and defamation lawsuit against Blueface." Within minutes, court documents leaked, including claims of full custody, a civil suit for emotional distress, accusations of manipulation for financial gain, and even claims that the Zeus network allowed emotional abuse for ratings. Social media went crazy, and she finally woke up to protect Chrisean at all costs. Zeus had better get a lawyer. The DMS was allegedly sent during filming and screenshotted by a production assistant who couldn't keep quiet any longer. The leaked DMS sparked a firestorm of blogs, influencers, and even mainstream outlets that started asking the difficult question, was Chrissy emotionally exploited by an entire network? Lizzo wrote in the Shade Room post, "You can love someone and still hold them accountable." But the moment that stunned everyone was when Blueface's own mother went live and turned against him. "I raised him better than this. What he did to that girl isn't right. I told you all from the beginning." Even his own mom had flipped just as the tide completely turned in Chrisean's favor. As soon as news of her lawsuit broke, celebrities took sides. Megan Thee Stallion posted, "Accountability season, love that for her. For her. I used her for fame, so what?" Blueface said, lighting a cigar, taking a sip from a cup, and playing a remix of his own voice following his live admission that he had used her for fame. He then doubled down and returned to Instagram Live with the sole purpose of mocking everything. He read out hate comments and made fun of them while laughing on repeat, calling Chrisean's lawsuit cute and saying, "Let her take it to court. And what will she say? That I gave her influence for nothing." The internet responded, with even ardent supporters criticizing him and declaring, "This isn't trolling. This is emotional assault." In just 12 hours, the video "Blueface Has No Soul" left received 10 million views. Many of the TikTok creators who created whole platforms about the couple openly severed their connections. Walker wrote, "This isn't entertainment. This is trauma," as celebrities continue to support her throughout the summer. One viral video, which was republished by Taraji P. Henson, stitched Chrisean's tearful final Instagram story next to Blueface's smug livestream with the caption, "This is what emotional manipulation looks like." The video received over 1.2 million likes. According to Charlemagne Thought God on The Breakfast Club, Blueface is the new textbook example of toxic masculinity. The lawsuit's slogan is, "Get everything you're owed." After destroying a woman on TV for 2 years, you can't say so what. Even Drake liked a post that said, "He's finished." There's no coming back from this. Blueface admits on stage that he used her for fame, but the industry reacted swiftly as the backlash increased. His booking agent fired him, a well-known YouTube show canceled his upcoming interview, and a rumored brand partnership with a major Zeus network remained silent. But internally leaked Slack messages revealed panic that if he posts anything more along those lines, will be sued. Offline, the streets of Atlanta spoke up, and a muralist painted a powerful image of Chrisean holding her baby with the words, "You never needed him, he needed your pain." The photo went viral and a Christian reposted it with the caption, "I'm healing slowly and loudly." The beverage company publicly severed ties by tweeting, "We do not align with recent actions or statements." At a women's rights rally in New York, chants yelled, "Protect Black women even when it's not trending," which sparked a new wave of hashtags such as hashtag Protect Chris Eckloud is not consent and hashtag She Deserves Peace. At 2:17 a.m., just when everyone thought Blueface could go any lower, he crossed the line from toxic to possibly criminal. 5 minutes later, another post with a screen capture appeared, showing a terrifying Instagram story with a black background and white writing, "and you." All forgot who originally had the clip. Be careful what you ask for without any tags or context, just menacing energy. Blueface acknowledged everything about Liv, saying, "I used her for fame, so what?" Within hours, a tweet from someone posing as Christian's assistant went viral, indicating that he had just broken NBA contract law and state privacy codes. The police have been contacted, and sources close to Christian confirmed that she is formally filing charges. The file names of a folder on his phone were blurred, with the exception of one, Chrisean_unedited_P2 raw footage, which he hovered over before the story concluded, suggesting that he was threatening to release private behind-the-scenes footage. Possibly without consent, possibly under contract, and possibly illegally. Then came the more significant twist. Christian is reportedly working with legal counsel to block the release of any unreleased content featuring her likeness. And TikTok lawyers and abuse advocates are also weighing in on this. According to a leaked Zeus network production log dated 2 months ago, the log allegedly stated that Blueface is unstable. Risk of public meltdown imminent. Reassess raw file access. If Blueface leaks anything intimate, emotional, or contractually binding, without her consent, it could lead to a lawsuit and possibly even jail time. Fans feared the worst after Christian went silent for nearly 10 hours without tweets, videos, or updates following Blueface's terrifying post. But at 1:43 p.m., she posted a single eerie Instagram story with a picture of her newborn's tiny hand and the words, "He's watching everything." There were no names or drama, just calm, and a storm was brewing beneath it. Now everyone is waiting to see if Blueface will follow through on his threat, if Zeus will stand by her or fall with him, if Christian will take this outside of the courtroom and turn it into a public crusade, and most importantly, if this will be the first criminal case of a clout chaser. Not only is this a scandal, but it's a warning that the man who built a brand on chaos might finally have to deal with the fallout. A Christian who has been silenced in the face of infidelity, humiliation, and public breakdowns is now standing her ground with lawyers, receipts, and the entire internet behind her. Now that everyone is watching Zeus Network, will they defend her or hide the truth? Most importantly, will justice ever come? We want to hear from you. If Christian faces criminal charges, Zeus Network is the real Blueface. This isn't just tea anymore. It's trauma, exposure, the fall of a clout god, and the rise of the woman he tried to silence. If this video left you speechless, please like, subscribe, and click the notification bell because Part 2 is already happening in courtrooms, on burner accounts, and in unreleased footage that could blow everything up. Stay tuned, stay loud, and remember that the cameras never stopped rolling. We'll be back, and when we do, someone is going down.